Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel Surreal Entertainment. It's your boy Robbie again with another video. We're finally completing the subwoofer box for the regular 3. I'm going to show you the steps and the process of doing everything that we need to do. So first things first, the box is already covered with fleece as you guys saw in the previous video. I've already applied 1 or 2 layers of fiberglass on top just to make it a little bit more sturdier, and we're just going to start building more and more over it. That way it gets very strong and it's flex free. Now this box has a lot of free space, meaning like a lot of flat area, so that means that it's going to be very hard to make it sturdy. There's 2 ways you could do that. You can do it with wooden dowels or you could do it with rope. Now I'm going to use wooden dowels. I'm going to make my own little design out of the wooden dowels, so on the outside of it you'll actually see the wooden dowels. But once you paint it and cover it with, let's say, Bondo or something, it'll be nice and smooth. It'll look kind of cool. It'll have like ridges. So I'll show you guys my plan for that. Today we're working in my house. So let's get started and show you guys where I'm at right now and what needs to be done. Alright boys, there you have my box that I have pretty much laid some resin over the actual cloth here, which is the fleece. And then we have a little bit of fiberglass laid over it. This is just fiberglass cloth, not matte, so that's what I've done so far. I did probably 1 or 2 layers of that. Actually, I think it's a layer and a half or so. And yeah, it's pretty sturdy already. It's workable now. You guys can see there has a little bit of a flex, but it's actually much better now to work with because it's not soft anymore and it's a little bit hardened. So all we have to do now is either, like I said, put wooden dowels or continue just layering and layering and layering. Now this can get a little bit expensive, especially with the resin that you're going to be using. So you want to make as less layers as possible but as strong as possible. So how do we do that? I'm going to do is I'm going to make ridges. I'm going to make cool design of actual wooden dowel ridges going this way diagonally. So I'm going to glue these up with a little bit of hot glue gun first so they can stay on there. Then I'm going to put fiberglass cloth right over the ridges, and that way they get infused into the box, and then we're just going to start layering more and more layers. So let's get started and start gluing all these little ridges on the outside, because we could actually drill or take this off and then just start doing it from the inside, but that's going to take forever because you're trying to fiberglass backwards and you're probably not going to get all the resin everywhere it needs to be. So that's what we're doing on the outside. We're making a cool looking design on the outside, that way it looks kind of cool and also strengthens the box. You guys can see the corners here of the box. It's all stapled. This is already hard. I can actually remove the staples already, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do that later after we're pretty much finished fiberglassing. And yeah, so let's get started making some ridges. Alright boys, there you have it. I've already laid out the wooden dowels just like I like them. This is the little design that I was telling you guys that I was going to do. Turned out real well. I do like how they look. Just a small dab of glue. You don't have to put like a ton of glue or anything like that. Just a little bit, just to hold it in place while you put your cloth over it. And again, we're going to be using the 3M cloth. If there's something cheaper that you guys want to use, go ahead. But this is very flexible, so I'm going to cut up nice little strips after the plane passes, and then I'm just going to start laying it right over these so they get mounted on there pretty well, and then we'll see this, how sturdy it is, and then we're just going to keep adding more fiberglass mat over it until it's completely flex free. Once you start carpeting this afterwards, you could just carpet right over this completely like a sheet, and you probably won't even see the ridges of the actual wooden dowels. But if you want to, I'm actually going to probably indent these in so you can see them over the carpeting. The carpeting I bought is from eBay. It's like a black carpeting. I used it in the previous box, so it worked pretty well, and this one's going to be the same. So yeah, after I layer a couple of layers, I'm not going to show you this process because it takes forever, and it's it's going to be just like drawing and laying more layers and drying and laying more layers. There's no point in me showing you all that. I've already shown you in previous 3 videos. This is just final product almost about to be done. So I'm going to lay all the layers necessary for this to be flex free. Then I'll cut you guys back in when possibly tomorrow, when I'm about to carpet this. So I'll get it all prepped up for carpeting, and then I'll put you guys on at that time when I start carpeting. And once that's done, the box is completely finished. Okay, see you guys in a little bit. Alright boys, day 2 on this. It's already been fiberglassed enough. It's really sturdy right now. This is about 2 layers over the actual dowels and 1 layer in between the dowels, and it's looking amazing. All I have to do is right now is just cut out the axis on the side, which I'm going to show you guys how to do that on a time lapse, and after that we should be ready to go to start carpeting it. Now I am going to take this probably to my friend's house because he's really good at carpeting things, and he carpeted the previous 2 boxes for me. I already have the carpeting, like I said, I bought it from eBay, so he's going to do all that, and I'll show you guys how he does that as well once that's done. Other than that, there's nothing else to show you. I was just fiberglassing overnight. As you guys can see, my little heater here is right now it is getting a little bit chilly in Vegas, so the heater was necessary at nighttime. This dried up really damn quick, and it got really sturdy really fast. So if you guys want to do this, it's a cool looking design, and also the carpeting is going to be with the ridges as well, so it'll look kind of cool in the back of your car. So let me finish up this. I'll put you guys in a time lapse, and then we'll start carpeting it for the final product. Alright boys, there you have it. I've shaved it down as much as I can. I did forget my Dremel tool at work, so I need to go grab that and finish up. We might just finish that up when we start carpeting this, but the ring I can't do because it needs to be more fine of a, and then also we're just going to also touch up the corners here and there, just where it's a little bit rough because I did it with the tool, with the, what do you call it, with the cutoff wheel. So everything turned out well. Let me show you guys real quick. Alright, so this is how everything turned out pretty well. Let's see, show you guys the corners here. Everything looks pretty legit. Don't worry about all this stuff. I'm gonna actually just put a little bit layer of just resin, just to fill a little bit small little gaps or anything like that, and imperfections. But it turned out great actually in the corners, nicely sealed everywhere. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and just put a layer of resin all around, so it fills in all the small little imperfections, and then with the Dremel tool I'll perfect any small little imperfections and things like that, and then should be good to go for carpeting. Alright boys, so finally we got around to doing this and finishing it up. It's been already cut out here and cleaned up perfectly fine. The ridges came out amazing. We have a seam right here in the bottom, so you don't really see it much, and then we do have a seam, where was it, somewhere, it's right here as well in this corner, which you can't really see either. The wrapping turned out pretty good, even though with all these curves. So let's put it in the car and install it, or figure out where to put the little terminal, which is this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and mount that guy somewhere where, probably I'm gonna put it in the back because it's gonna sit on this corner here, so it's probably gonna be in the back. That way it's nice and hidden. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out where to put that guy now, and put it inside the box. Then we're gonna put it in the car, and should be all finished. Alright boys, so I've already mounted this guy. That's connected to the terminal, which is down here. That's gonna be hidden behind the box. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead now and install our amp. Same one that we're using in the Speed. It's just a Boss amp. I mean, it's not anything special. I do have a Crunch amp also that's a little bit better, but I'm just gonna use what I have. Like I said, and we're not going for crazy bass, but because this is just a daily car, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna connect the amp real quick, hook it up, and hopefully everything works well. Alright boys, so this is the amp that we're going to be using. This same amp I have in my regular speed, and it hits pretty hard. It's actually a pretty good amp, even though people are hosing Boss too much. I mean, it's probably the worst quality out of all the amps out there, but it does give the power, and that's that. That's all I need. This one's 1500 watts. I think peak power it's about 750, and what is it? The woofer is actually asking only for 600, I believe, because that's the RMS on that woofer. And yeah, good to go here. I'm gonna put this guy probably somewhere hidden under the seat, or I don't know, I'll figure something out. I'll show you guys when that's done. Alright boys, Velcro is set. This is the non-soft part, the hard part of the Velcro part. You just stick it to the back of the box. That way it'll adhere to the carpeting of the actual car. The amp is already ready to be put right under the seat right there. Everything is connected. The power is coming from the front. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead now and place this bad boy inside and see how it fits. So just as I expected, it fit perfectly inside. It was actually pretty snug to go in, so I kind of like the fact that it's kind of pointing out as well. If you guys can see, it's a little bit slanted outward, so you can kind of see the subwoofer. Looks great. Everything looks and fits amazing. I mean, look at the top there, it's amazing. Here the fitment is perfect, no gaps at all, and down here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead now and connect the subwoofer and test it out. Alright boys, so everything is installed, hooked up. It's on there pretty damn well. I mean, it's hitting pretty hard, as you guys can see. About to turn on the bass right now. That's pretty hard. No rattles at all, as you guys can hear. Pretty much no rattles. So everything turned out great. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and also the Velcro is holding pretty well as well. And I'm just gonna cut a slit right there on the bottom, so I'll be able to lift this up and be able to access the spare tire. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Alright boys, there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed that video about making the subwoofer boxes. I know it took a long time to make these, but they are very time consuming, and it does take a long time to do, especially if it's kind of like cold already, and it's really hard for the fiberglass to dry. So it takes longer the colder the weather it is. We started when it was hot, and then it started getting chillier and chillier and chillier eventually, to the point where it was really hard for me to film every single day, and trying to, you know, fiberglass film and stuff. It was just pain in the butt. That's why it took some time to do these boxes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this tutorial how to make your own subwoofer custom subwoofer fiberglass box. It fits perfectly well. This is on a Mazda 3 2.0 2008, so it's like a Gen 1 sedan version. That's that. I already made one for the speed. I'll show you guys a picture right here of how that looks. And that's not my speed, actually. That box was made for a specific person, for another person, so that is not my speed. The previous box that I made is actually made out of all MDF. It's really heavy, and the new box that I made for the speed is only 12 pounds. The other one was like 40 pounds alone because of all the MDF that I put. So it's really heavy of a box, but it does sound really good in the speed. So I'm just not gonna mess with it right now because I don't feel like making another box. Maybe next year I'll make myself a lighter box out of fiberglass, just as I did this one. But this one is sounding pretty damn amazing. I love it. There's no rattles whatsoever. This one's came out to be much bigger than the one in the speed, so it does project much more sound. It is a sealed box, it's not ported, of course. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys can do that. If you did any I mean, if you're following any of my videos or anything like that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can get more content out there to you, and you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you also check that notification bell so you get the notifications once I get the new videos out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, what's behind you doesn't matter.